But let's start taking your stock-related queries quickly. And to answer those, we're joined by Girish Sodani, the co-founder at Ensure Capital, and Rahul Sharma, Director and Head of Technical Derivatives Research at JM Financial, joining us now. Welcome to both of you, gentlemen. Moving on to the next question, which is coming in from Ekambarai, who's writing us from Hyderabad, asking about Anantraj. He's bought it at the levels of 58. He's got 50 odd shares. Says that whether he can go ahead, book the loss right now, and buy Infosys at the current price levels. Girish, would you recommend that, considering the wave, a constant negative wave that we're seeing in the IT pack?
So for the longer period of time, yes, it's a good opportunity to just buy this particular counter at that current levels, because we talk about the business generations models. The company's growth are going to be next 15 to 17% CAGR annual expectations, and the order and the retention values are very strong. So the Infosys is a better bet for the longer period, obviously for the 1.5 year.
Okay, all right. The next question that we have is coming in from Mahesh, who is writing us from Andhra Pradesh, asking about L&Ts. Bought it at an average price of 4398. Says it's currently trading lower. And what is the long-term outlook for this particular counter? Girish, I'll stick with you for this one. Your view on L&T?
For the longer period of time, I think L&T is a very good fundamental stocks. Obviously, the fundamental terms means the strong order books we are just looking out, as well as the stocks is currently in a very good levels. I think they can be accumulated at the level of around 3,900 to 4,000 level for the longer period. Obviously, 1.5 year time frame. Obviously the infrastructure and the L&T finance updates are going to be releases that will be a little bit pushed, particularly to this particular counter, and the deals are still in the pending on the pipelines.
Okay, all right. So that's the view coming on L&T. The next one, IEX is the other one that Saidranath from Hyderabad is asking about. He's purchased at the levels of 155 2 years back from a long-term perspective. Wants to know if he can continue to hold the counter or not. Girish, what would you recommend on IEX?
So for IEX, if the counters, if the investors view is more than a like 2 to 3 years time frame, because this particular sector is not yet matured, and this completely depend on the government policies what they are working into the platforms belongs to the energy exchanges. So if you don't have that particular view on the holding this next 2 to 3 years, then hold it, else just avoid and sell this particular counter.
Okay, all right. We've got our on Hindustan Copper. Our viewer Vijay from Dubai bought it at the levels of 613, so at the highest levels almost. And he's holding 173 shares. Says he's sitting on a loss of around 10,000 odd rupees. Wants to know if that is, there's a possibility of recovering these losses from a long-term perspective. Girish, your view on Hindustan Copper, will it bounce back soon to those levels?
Yes, for the longer period, obviously, if you're planning to hold for the next 2 to 3 quarters or a year time frame, the strong upside will be looking out. Like for the revenue, obviously, we are just expecting that the revenue will be increased by the 100% annual CAGR. Expectations for the margins were also going to be increased by 30%. And obviously, there's a strategic expansions as well as the merchant acquisitions are going on in this counter. So just hold this counter for the 1.5 year time.
Okay, we've got Sudhir on the phone line with us. Sudhir, go ahead, ask your question.
Good afternoon all. See, I've got HCL Tech at around 1350, 55 numbers.
Okay.
Whether I can accumulate further for the next 1.5 years?
Got it. Sudhir, and your point is valid, right? Today the stock is taking a knock of 10.5% on the back of the way it's posted its earnings. But Girish, your overall view on the earnings front and whether he can accumulate more at the current levels, considering it's seen a knock today.
So it's about the HCL Tech. So just expecting that the IT segments are completely in a very strong positions right now. So just good buy for the next 1.5 year time frame. So if we talk about the fundamental terms, yes, the net profit are going to be increases by the 4.5%, and it's a decent one because currently what the market scenarios as well as the geographical tensions are there. So I think the IT is a very strong bet for the at least 2 years time. So HCL Tech is a good friends and the good positions as of now.
Okay, all right, so that's the view coming on HCL Tech. Girish as well as Rahul, it's time for our rapid fire round. Try to keep your answers as short as possible. The first one is on Pine Labs. Archana from Mumbai wants to know if this is the right time to enter. Girish, your view?
can enter in this counter for the 1.5 year.
Okay, Amara Raja is the other one. Satyan wants to know whether he can stay invested into this counter or not. He's bought it a year ago. The stock, of course, is trading higher today. Girish, from a long-term perspective, what's the view?
For the longer perspectives, yes, but my suggestion is to just book some of the partial profits at the level of 975 to 1000 levels.
Okay, GE, Vernova and TD. What's the future outlook for this one? Should I buy right now from a long-term perspective or wait? Is the viewer query coming in? Girish, your view?
Sorry, GV&D.
GE, Vernova, TND.
Okay. For the longer perspectives, yes, the persons can be accommodated, but not at the right levels. I'm just expecting that this stock can be downside for the level of 3900. So I think this on that particular level, it's a
Got
good
it,
buy
got
to for the next one, right?
Okay, Cass, between the hotel space, between ITC Hotels and Lemon Tree, which one should Shankar from Bengaluru go ahead and buy? He says he already has 500 shares of ITC Hotels. Girish, your view?
ITC Hotel is a better one. In the terms of the key generations as well as the new hotel properties are going to be added. So I think ITC Hotel for the next 1.5 year.
Tires is the other one. Our viewers bought 200 shares at the levels of 463. Whether to hold from a long-term perspective or exit. Girish, your view on this one?
Hold for the longer period of times as the companies are into the expansion modes and just looking out for the good numbers in the next coming quarters.
Okay, Geo Finance from a long-term perspective, what's the view? Girish, our viewer has a time horizon of 5 to 10 years. He's bought 1,000 units at the levels of 284.
So it's a very good stock for the next 5 to 10 years, obviously, but can be accommodated at the level of 210 to 212 also if we get the opportunity.
Yes Bank, 5,000 shares bought at the levels of 45. A long-term perspective on this one. Girish, can our viewer continue to hold?
Yes, banks for the longer period of time, I'm not very much comfortable for the go ahead with it. I think can be accommodated to the another banks like RBL or the HDFC Bank.
All right. Okay, Girish and Rahul, thank you so much. Helping us answer all those queries that we managed to answer in this short span of 15 odd minutes. We together in the morning show and the